Melissa Gilbert, born May 8, 1964 in Los Angeles, California, is one of the most iconic actresses of American cinema and television, beloved for her role as Laura Ingalls Wilder in Little House on the Prairie. At 61, she is not only an actress but also a producer, director, author, and former president of the Screen Actors Guild, SAG. However, behind the halo of her illustrious career is a life full of emotions, from brilliant joy to deep sadness and harsh challenges. As a child star growing up in the spotlight, she experienced constant pressure from the public, ups and downs in her career, and fluctuations in her personal life. Her greatest sorrow, her career journey full of ups and downs, her relentless pursuit of success, her marital relationships with their joys and pains, her role as a mother to her two sons, Dakota Brinkman and Michael Boxleitner. Dakota's sharing of her mother's sorrows and her overall view of her life make for a story that is both admirable and heartbreaking. Melissa Gilbert's life is a testament to resilience, the ability to overcome adversity, and the desire to find happiness amidst the storms of life. Melissa Gilbert's greatest sorrow may be the feeling of being trapped in the little girl on the prairie image she built through her role as Laura Ingalls, a role that brought her fame but also imprisoned her in unrealistic expectations from the public. As an 8-year-old, she burst into the spotlight with her role in Little House on the Prairie, a television series that ran from 1974 to 1983. The role of Laura made her an icon of American childhood, but it also created an invisible pressure on her to maintain an image of perfection, innocence, and unblemished. As an adult, she found it difficult to escape Laura's shadow, as directors and audiences often wanted to see her in similar roles. She has said that there were days when she stood in front of the mirror, looking at her face that had changed over the years, and wondered if she could ever be anything other than the little girl in the plaid dress on the prairie. The nights she spent alone in her Los Angeles apartment, reading negative comments on social media or speculative articles about her personal life, were the moments when she felt most alone. This sadness came not only from public judgment, but also from the feeling that she could not be true to herself, that she could not reveal the weaknesses or mistakes that everyone has. There were times when she cried quietly in her bedroom, not because of a specific event, but because she felt like she was losing herself in the whirlwind of fame. Another aspect of her greatest sadness was personal loss and the difficulty in dealing with the trauma of her childhood. She was adopted shortly after birth by actor Paul Gilbert and actress and dancer Barbara Crane. When she was 6, her parents divorced, and at age 11, she faced a great shock when her adoptive father Paul died. Initially, she was told that he had died of a stroke, but years later, she discovered the heartbreaking truth that he had committed suicide due to chronic pain and mental health problems. This realization left her in a state of grief, blaming herself for not recognizing the signs her father had shown. She has said that there were nights when she lay in bed, trying to remember her last moments with her father, and felt her heart clench at the thought that she could have done something to help him. This sadness only deepened as she grew older and faced her own struggles, from addiction to failed relationships, making her wonder if she was following in her father's path of pain. The times when she sat in her room, looking at old family photos and crying, were moments when she felt like she could no longer move on from the wounds of her past. Melissa Gilbert's career has spanned nearly 6 decades, from her early days as a child actress to her role as a versatile entertainer. Born in Los Angeles, she grew up in a family with strong ties to Hollywood, with adoptive parents who were both in the industry. She appeared in dozens of commercials as a child, including one for Alpo dog food alongside Lorne Greene. In 1973, at the age of 8, she beat out more than 500 other child actors to win the role of Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. The show became a cultural phenomenon, running for 9 seasons and bringing her worldwide fame. The role of Laura was not only a turning point in her career, but also allowed her to form a close relationship with Michael Landon, who played her father on screen and became a second father figure in real life. During filming, she learned a lot about acting, perseverance, and how to cope with the pressures of show business. The success of Little House earned her a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1985 when she was just 21 years old, becoming the youngest person to receive the honor at the time. During the 1980s and 1990s, she continued to assert her talent through television roles such as The Diary of Anne Frank, 1980, The Miracle Worker, 1979, and Choices of the Heart, 1983, where she demonstrated her versatility in acting, from tragic to powerful characters. She also appeared in 3 episodes of Babylon 5 with her second husband Bruce Boxleitner in 1996, an experience she described as both exciting and challenging. In addition to acting, she has tried her hand at producing and directing, and served as president of the Screen Actors Guild from 2001 to 2005, where she championed the rights of actors. Another highlight of her career was her role as Caroline "Ma" Ingalls in the musical Little House on the Prairie from 2009 to 2010, which gave her the opportunity to relive the legacy of the film that made her famous. Her appearance on Dancing with the Stars in 2012 was also a memorable milestone, despite the injuries she had to deal with during the performance. However, her career has not been without its setbacks. One of the biggest failures was when she took on the lead role in the film Sylvester, 1985. But the film did not achieve the box office success she had hoped for, leaving her feeling disappointed and questioning her abilities. She has shared that the harsh reviews of the film hurt her, and there were nights when she would sit in her room, rereading negative articles and crying, wondering if she had the talent to continue. Another failure was when she turned down a role in a major film in the 1990s because she was concerned that filming overseas would affect her family, especially her son Dakota. This decision, although motivated by love for her family, later became one of her biggest regrets when she realized that the opportunity could have taken her career to new heights. The moments when she sat alone, reflecting on her past choices, were the moments when she felt tears silently falling, not because of regret, but because she felt she had failed both as an artist and a mother. Her career struggles were not just about memorizing scripts or getting into character, but also about overcoming stereotypes about age and image in the entertainment industry. As a child actress, she often faced pressure to maintain her appearance and youthfulness, especially when she entered her 30s and 40s. There were days when she worked herself to exhaustion, participating in physical training sessions or preparing for scenes that required strong emotions. Once, during the filming of The Diary of Anne Frank, she cried for real during an emotional scene, not only because of the script, but also because she felt empathy for the character, as if she were reliving her own pain. Those moments, when she put her heart into the role, were times when she felt both proud and exhausted. She has shared that there were nights when she would come home from a long day of filming, sit in the bathroom, and cry, not because she was tired, but because she felt like she was fighting to prove her worth in a tough industry. Melissa Gilbert's achievements are a testament to her talent and perseverance. One of her biggest goals was to become an actress, remembered for her iconic roles, and playing Laura Ingalls helped her achieve this. The character of Laura was not only a career milestone, but also a cultural icon, loved by audiences for generations. Every time she heard audiences mention Laura with emotion, she felt like she had fulfilled her mission as an artist. Another achievement was her becoming president of the Screen Actors Guild, a role that allowed her to fight for the rights of her colleagues and leave her mark on the entertainment industry. Being honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1985 was a milestone, showing recognition for her contributions from a very young age. She also always strived to be an inspiration to young actors. She attended acting workshops, shared her experiences, and encouraged new actors not to give up their passion despite difficulties. These talks, although not leading to great fame, were the moments she felt most proud, seeing her students grow and succeed. Another goal she always aimed for was to maintain a balance between career and family, although this was not always easy. She hoped that her career would be an inspiration for her two sons, Dakota and Michael, and although their paths were different from hers, she was proud to see them grow. These achievements, big and small, are a testament to her dedication to her art and her audience. Melissa Gilbert's love and marriages have been an emotional chapter in her life, with 3 marriages that have brought both joy and pain. Her first marriage was to actor and producer Bo Brinkman, whom she married in 1988, just 7 weeks after splitting from her longtime boyfriend, Rob Lowe. The relationship with Bo was passionate, but also tumultuous, largely due to both of them struggling with personal issues, including her alcoholism